Hiya lovelies, or welcome if you're new here, I'm Linz. So I am going to be attempting to make some gingerbread cookies in the air fryer today. Now I don't have fancy cutters like gingerbread men or any Christmassy type ones, so I'm just going to be using some round ones. We don't have much space in here, so this would be perfect maybe to just do a few little batches. I do have some racks, but I have found when using them that anything that's on the top seems to go too brown, and then anything on the bottom just doesn't get quite enough. So I'm only going to be doing them on single layer. Now, if you don't have a Ninja, as long as you have got an air fryer that has got like a flat sort of base on it, and it's not kind of, the pull out basket type situation, or you could try and put maybe something down on the bottom of that basket to put them onto. I will go through it as we kind of go along. Now, I am going to be cheating a little bit today, and I am going to be using my food processor because it just makes it a little bit easier. Anybody that's new here, I do suffer with some issues with my hands. They're not too bad at the minute, but I don't want them to flare up. So we're going to come down and I'm going to show you all the ingredients. I am going to list in the description-y bit, show more. So you'll find everything down there. So this is my food processor. If you do want information to this, I will try and link it down below as well. We're not sponsored. I have to say that, But in here so far, I have 375 grams of just plain flour. Now, technically, you're supposed to use real butter for this, but it's very expensive and we're just trying something new. So here I have some of this, I don't know, it's probably not butter, kind of spread, and it is 175 grams. So I am just going to plop that all in there. Now, I would normally use real butter, but yeah, it's just not in the budget, I'm afraid. Now, also I have here, sorry, that was 120 grams of butter. This is 175 grams of brown sugar. Oh, and we're starting off on a great one. So we're just going to pop all that in there. I've adapted this recipe quite a few times over the years, so we'll just see. Now here I do have some ground ginger. Anything will do. It doesn't work with fresh. I have tried that. And we are going to put in here 3 teaspoons. Probably level, but I kind of heat them off a little bit. Now, this is where I changed mine a couple of years ago, and I love cinnamon, anything cinnamon. So I am using some ground cinnamon, not using much. I'm only using 1 teaspoon or 5 ml, depending, I suppose. I haven't got very good yet at doing my change of sort of like over from cups to ounces and things. Then here I do have some bicarbonate soda. Now, this does matter. One year I tried to use baking powder. It didn't work. It just wasn't nice. And we are just going to, does be a bit clumpy. So we're just going to use 1 teaspoon of that. Then I have some golden syrup, just the cheapy one. And if I can ever get it to come out, we need 5 tablespoons of this. This is where I come into the problem, trying to squeeze anything hard. I probably should have just put this into a wee container and done it that way. But that's 1. Normally, I would probably just eyeball this, if I'm honest. So that's 1-ish. 2. And what I'm going to do is I am just going to speed this bit up, because otherwise we're going to be here until Christmas and we need them. Now, after all that fight with the golden syrup, it's all in there now. Just get rid of that. And of course, I've made a mess everywhere. The fun of Christmas baking. Well, actually, if you've been here before, it's just baking full stop. So that's that. Then in here, I have 1 medium egg. So that's going to go in too. We're going to pop the top on. No, we're not. Oh, and it's gone so well already. Right, I'll speed this bit up and turn the sound down because otherwise it's just going to deafen us all. Now, this is all mixed up. And I have just laid down a little piece, you can't see, oh my days. I have just laid down a little piece of cling film here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a little bit of flour and I just want to sprinkle it over that cling film for a minute. That actually worked out quite well. I'm impressed with that. It is a little bit stickier than normal, and that is mainly because I have used kind of like the margarine stuff rather than what? Sorry, I just got kind of blindsided there with my brain. Just pull this out. Now, lots of people have different recipes and techniques. So this here should go into the fridge now really for a little while. And it just helps it to firm up a bit, but so it's easier then for you to roll out in bits. So much mess in the kitchen. I'm just going to get another little bit of flour. Just bring all that together. That flour is just going to take the stickiness off it a little bit, and you can add, this is where it comes down to feeling and things like that, and you'll know if you made doughs and stuff before the kind of texture you want. So what I'm going to do with that now is I am just going to wrap this just in that cling film, and I am going to pop this into the fridge for about half an hour or so, and then we'll be back. We're back. This has had maybe about 20 minutes. Could have done with a little bit longer, but we're just going to have to roll with that today. I am just going to sprinkle some flour down on this. These mats are absolutely amazing. They can go in the oven apparently as well, but I've not tried that. So we're going to take our dough. Just a tiny little bit more on top, and take a rolling pin. Get flour everywhere, it's customary. And I just want to roll this out. Probably a bit too much flour, but you know, we'll get there. Now, this is going to make an awful lot. And do you know what I've just decided to do, just out of curiosity, is I'm going to do 2 sides, and I'm going to try one on bake and one on air fry. We'll see if there's a difference. I have that rolled out to, I'm not sure, I'm rubbish with measurements. I would say just under a centimetre. Now, I have some cutters here. I think I'm going to go for this one and see can we get 6 into each drawer. I think we'll try that. 1, 8. Now we'll try that until I get a cloth. We don't get flour everywhere. So I am going to take out the drawers. Let's see here. We're going to remove the crisper trays out of 2 of them. I'm not going to line them or spray them with anything because I just want to see. They're quite a heavy. They're what? They're a heavy buttered sort of thing. So I want to put. See how many we can get. I think 6. Obviously, if you're making cute little gingerbread men, depending on the size of your mould, that's why I'm not sure would this work too well. We just get a look at that thickness there. So we're in around just under, maybe just on a centimetre. They're not all uniform because that's just it. So there's 6 into drawer 1, and then we're going 6 into drawer 2. We're going to get a lot out of this. So just so we can see, oh, I've just decided to move. That's that. Is the air fryer on today? Yep. Wow, we're doing well. So I am going to go on to this. Now, on the first drawer, I am going to go bake for 160 for 8 minutes. Why? Oh my gosh. Now, and on drawer 2, I'm going to try the air fryer. I'm going to bring that down to 160 and bring the temperature down to 8 minutes as well. And we're going to see, is there any difference? I think there will be, because if you've used this machine before, the bake is a lot less intense. But we're going to try that, and I'll be back in 8 minutes when they're finished, and we'll see what the difference is. This has just finished, but I just wanted to show you this. Now, I've cut all these out ready to go in, and with the 6 that are already in there, this has made 42 of these little tiny cookies. Now, this one here is the one that was the leftover bit, which wasn't enough to kind of put a cut around. So I'm just going to move that out of the way for a minute. And we're going to bring back a cooling rack. Now, remember we done number 1 on bake, and that's them in there. Let's take them off. And pop them on here. They look good. Oh, they smell amazing. Now, it is a little bit tricky trying to get them out. So, now the idea with these is when you leave them, they do harden up a little bit. So that is the 6 from bake. Now let's see, I'm really curious about this. Do you know what? They don't look any different, if I'm honest. So even though that sounds, we shall see. So just remember, lovelies, this side here is the bake, and this side here is the air fry. And we'll leave these to cool down And then we're going to have a look and see if there's any difference. At the minute, there doesn't look any. So we'll see. We'll be back. Now, lovelies, these have cooled down enough. So we're going to come down and we're going to have a look. This has surprised me. I really did think there was going to be a difference. So this was the bake side and this is the air fryer side. So we're going to have a look. Nice and soft in the middle, and get the microphone. Nice. And this is the air fryer side. You know what? There's absolutely no difference. Wow, that has surprised me. Okay, so I am going to get back on now with baking up my other loads that are over there. And yeah, so this has just really proved, even though it sounds different, there is no difference from what I can see here with cooking these gingerbread cookies on either the bake mode or the air fryer mode, which is really fantastic for anybody that doesn't have this machine. Yeah, I'm really happy with that. Right, I've got flour absolutely everywhere, and I'm going to eat this actually. Hold on, we'll just try a little bit just to make sure. Perfect. Really nice. That crunch on the outside, they're still nice in the middle. Very nice. So lovelies, thanks very much for watching. Really bad manners again, I apologise. Take care. Let me know if you have a go at these. And again, just happy cooking, and I'll see you all soon.